Next thing that we have in our Docker file is the copy command, and that is basically used to copy some files from one location to the other location. One thing that you should be familiar with is if you use a / here before, that will be a relative path, but if you directly write it like that, then it will be an absolute path. But typically we will always be using relative path. That way it is much more easier to know from the file location where we want to get the files from. Like if Docker file is here, then relatively we have to go to the sample web app, and there we have the files. If it was an absolute path, you will need the complete location, and that also when you deploy that container, that will change. So it is always good to use relative path here. And first we will have the source, then a space, and then the destination location. When you have to copy files here, you remember in the last video, we can use base as final here. On top of that, let's say we want the final one from Nginx here and not the base one. So Nginx, we can treat that as the final one that we want to build our image from. And there we want to copy some files. But now I do not want to copy from the local machine. I want to copy from this particular image that we have here. We have the files in this location. So for that, if you write something like this and the destination, let's say you want to have that in the src folder in this particular image, this will not work. If you want to copy all the files from this location of the base image, because we have used an alias name here, we can directly access that using --" from is equal to and the alias name. With that, what will happen is it will copy the files from this base image right here, and the location will be usr share nginx html inside the base image. So basically whatever files were copied here, it will use that image as the source and paste that in src folder in the final image. Now if you notice carefully, I was talking about this as an image and this second one as an image as well. That is because copy is one of the commands that creates or builds a new image. So right here it will create an image with the alias as base here, and then it will create another image with the alias as final. There are few commands like copy, run that creates a new image, and that image can be consumed in other image, and we have the layered architecture that you can see in the Docker file. Now again, right now I do not want you to consume everything and be an expert on Docker, but I am giving you some small pieces that you can digest so that when we have the complete application, everything will make more sense. We have seen the from here, we have seen the copy. In copy, we can use the alias naming and copy files from that image location rather than going to the folder. This will be useful if you imagine a scenario where we are building a .NET application, we restore all the packages, and then we copy few files from that image that we have built to build our final image. We will see all of that in action, but with that, we have seen from and copy in this video.